Hey guys, it's Nathan here, and today we're talking about section 116 to 151 of the Model WHS Act, and this covers WHS entry permit holders, which are essentially union officials that get a permit issued by the regulator, which means they can come into your workplace under certain conditions. Those conditions are if they believe there's a contravention of the Health and Safety Act or regulations, or if they want to consult with workers of their union. So I won't get too political. I'm mostly from the construction industry, so you can probably imagine how I feel about this sort of stuff. But it is an important provision under the Act to allow these permit holders to enter the workplace. If you're a business owner, you can't unduly inhibit them. You have to allow them access. You have to allow them to exercise their powers and functions, which are to investigate the suspected contravention of the Act, consult with their workers, inspect the workplace, collect evidence, take copies of documents or inspect documents. So if you do have one of these entry permit holders show up, depending on what state you're in, and it does kind of swing back and forth when they update the legislation because it is a very political issue whether or not they need to actually give notice or not. From the business's perspective, it's kind of like, well, could be a complicated and busy work environment. You don't like people just showing up out of the blue. So you would like some notice, but then from the union's point of view, it's like, well, if they give you 24 hours notice that they're coming out, the business is just going to be scrambling, trying to tidy everything up before they get there and potentially hide everything or, fix any, contraventions of the Act. Or any legal breaches before they get there. So, depending on your jurisdiction, they may have to give 24 hours notice, or they may be able to just come whenever, and that sort of will swing with whoever's in power at the time, and, governments update this stuff all the time. Typically they'll need to give notice. They'll also need to display or show their ID or their permit, upon request. They can't unduly disrupt the workplace. If you do have a permit holder show up, hopefully you've got a WHS person on staff or someone who knows this stuff. If you don't, you're probably going to want to go to Google and find a local consultant and call them, just so you've got someone in your corner who knows roughly what's going on, because if you've got a union rep on your site, things can get particularly nasty, particularly quickly. Hope that helps.